So let's go back to Kids Club. The reason I built Kids Club is because big people, hard of hearing. So I need to teach younger people. But then I send the younger people back home to the older people. So I'm like, let me talk to some of these parents. That's when I find out from the parents, life's hard. I didn't take that into consideration. Because remember, I'm going off my life. I've chose to be an entrepreneur. Not a lot of people even knew what entrepreneur was when I chose. So now when I'm asking parents, like, what's their situation? I'm thinking, you work 10 hours and 12 hours. Okay, cool. Okay, so you this. So you don't have food. So you got problems at school. I'm like, jeez, I got to do more. Now, this is just all my problem. You get me? No one's asked me to do more. I just thought I just need to do more. And I'll tell you why. I said it at my Black Tech Day event. My son sometimes don't listen to me, but he listens to my business partner. He will listen to Jarvis. So I need to make sure that my people around me are knowledgeable in the places that I want them to learn. So if my kid's not learning from me, I know that they're watching Jarvis' social media. I know they're watching my business partner. Even if that don't work, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach Jarvis' daughter. Because guess what's going to happen? They're going to be at a play center one day, and they're all going to be together. And those 4 people are going to teach my son. I promise you it's from a selfish place. I don't think I've ever explained this. Everything I've built is from a selfish place. I need to make sure my kids are protected. I'm no longer on the street where I can phone people and say, man them. No, this is serious. So I've taken that same concept, phone man them. No, I phone the police. But fortunately, I don't phone the normal number like you guys. No, I phone straight the head chief. Inspector, like I'm saying to him, like, big man, my daughter and that, what's going on? Dex, where is it? What's happening? Listen, just make sure, innit? Yeah, that's the iPhone. Why? Because I had to get myself to a level to do what? To protect my kid. It's my responsibility. There's not no one else's responsibility. I can't be mad at his mum that she doesn't know how to do it. I know how to do it. So I'm going to grind as hard as I can to get into these places, these positions to protect my kid. But then I said, my kid is rolling with your kid. I'm thinking, your kid's influencing my kid, you know. Let me just help your kid. Because if I help your kid, then we all can be growing. So that's what Kids Club's been about. Through Kids Club, I've learned the difference of children having phones, the difference of children having relationships with their parent, the difference of single parent households, the difference of low income households, the difference of working class people's households. I've learned so much through this journey of 10 years of just one of my businesses. So let's move forward into hair. This is 10 years later and I built this new company. This company is built off the back of that, like it springboarded off the back of Kids Club. Why? Because the same company advanced, meaning in Kids Club, I was trying to teach everything a school doesn't teach that allows youth to believe I can be a dancer. I want to be a musician. That's how I want to be. These things that I had in Children's Holiday Club, photography, videography, fashion, dance, self-love, just implementing the business now, and a few other cake baking. You know, I needed people to realize that, you see, cake baking, it's a whole career. It's a proper career. You can make your kid grow up to be a baker. I go to the Cake Bake-Off show in L School every year. I pay £35 to get in. I see cakes for over £1,000. So your kid can become a baker. My son's a baker. He's 12 years old. He's a baker. And you know what I'm trying to convince him to do now? You live in a posh place. You get me? He lives in the Hamptons. I'm saying, son, you see, all that big talk. Yeah, I said, why you at your house at 9 o'clock? I said, no, Dad, we're in the Hamptons. We got security in it. Okay, so you need to knock all your Hamptons friends, rich mums, families, and sell them cakes. Because the amount of money you can make, son, to not phone me for Roblox, for not phone me for Rare, you can make loads of money just selling your cakes. But if I don't know that, then he won't know that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, BTD, the next stage. Remember, everything I taught in Kids Club was entrepreneur stuff. Everything I'm teaching in BTD is also opportunities, but it's in another space. So remember, as we've grown up as adults, we've always only been told a few spaces. So that is, go to school, go to college, go to uni, get a good job. Now, when you get to the fourth one, which is get a good job, there's minimal jobs you can get. Minimal. Now, when I say minimal, I mean there's 25 different jobs, for instance. And in these 25 different jobs, there's different levels. Does anybody know the highest paid job in the UK? Anyone? Pharmaceutical? Prime Minister? No? Chief Exec. That's one of the highest paid jobs in the UK. Do you know how much it is? How much do you think the highest paid job in the UK is? How much do you think you get a year? 70? 175? Woo! 86,000. £86,000 a year. Now, we don't want to bore the kids, so we don't want to go into, if you break down 86,000 over your mortgage, over your area, we don't want to have to break that down. But that's the highest paid job, the highest. Understand? So we tend to not look at the things that we know the truth about. Why? It's easier to stay away from the truth. it's less painful to stay away from the truth. So before I get into my explanation and then my interview, I want you to understand that this whole conversation, seriously people, it's not about you done wrong. It's not about you failed. It's not about you don't know. It's just about, let's start from here, right now, from zero. Because you see, the problem is that you want to not be on zero with your kid. I don't expect you to be on zero with the 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds and stuff. But you're 13-year-old, you're 16-year-old. It's time they start washing up. It's time they start saving. It's time they start investing. It's time they start understanding money. It's time they start understanding life skills. Because who do you expect to teach them? Let's ask yourself that seriously. Who are you expecting to teach your kid stuff? Because this is the life we live. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. I've seen it for years. As in, we send our kids out into the world because we honestly think the world knows more than us that will teach our kid. So the first place we send them is to school. So if you was to ask you, why do you send your kid to school? I can give you the answer to make it easy because I don't want to hurt no one. The answer is, it's illegal. You have to send your kid to school. But you know one of the real reasons people send their kid to school is because they believe that school's going to teach them more than what they knew to be able to teach their kid. That's what it is. The school's going to teach you stuff and you're going to get a better job than I have. That's what we believe. The part we're missing is understanding what school was made for. History. Understanding what a bank is made for. Who understands what a bank is? What's a bank for? Yeah, boy, you tell me. What's a bank for? Confident, man. You just said it. What was it? It's a place where you put your money?
And interest.
And interest. He's talking more stuff. He's talking more stuff than adults are talking. Come on, talk up, adults. Interest and all that. Yeah, what's a bank for?
There could be multiple things. So it could be like, you could do loans, you can do...
Why have I got a 12, 13-year-old talking more than adults? Because we've got too much face. You know, I don't want to be shamed. I don't want to show that I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong. They don't want to get it wrong. But like I tell my son all the time, do you think I know what I'm doing when I'm up here, son? I'm just talking from my soul. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Who's it wrong to? Who's the judge? Who told me it's wrong? No one can tell me it's wrong. You might can tell me you don't like what I said. You can't tell me it's wrong. She's saying stuff about loans. She said stuff about interest. Loans and interest. That's financial education. But us as parents, we don't know it. So how much do we need to start learning from our children?